Hi everybody. On September 30th or October 1st, depending where in the world you live, we've got a wonderful new moon in Libra. And truly this new moon is like a breath of fresh air after all the challenging eclipses we've just got through, all these mutable energies, the mutable cross. We've even got Saturn and Neptune. That square is now beginning to fade. It's not altogether faded, but it is now separating. So even that is getting easier. So this new moon in Libra is an opportunity for new beginnings with anything connected with love and relationships. Now, at the time of this new moon, always the sun and moon are together. But we've got Jupiter conjunct. So Jupiter magnifies everything. And when we think about Libra, we think about Venus, because Venus is ruler of Libra. So again, it's your love life, it's also your finances. And Jupiter here is expanding this area. Jupiter is a planet that is about learning, growing, stepping outside of something that might be comfortable, but into something that could even be so much more exciting than anything you've ever had before. I'm reminded of the combination of the Venus energy and Jupiter. It's everything to do with something sweet. Anything that's sweet tasting. You might find yourself drawn to eating bars of chocolate or scoffing down ice creams or anything sweet with this moon because of this energy of Jupiter and Venus coming together. So don't be surprised. Don't say I didn't warn you. Jupiter, as I said, expands things. Libra is the quintessential people pleaser. We want peace at all costs. And often this Jupiter energy could even exacerbate this desire to possibly just keep things all right, to put up with something, to tolerate a situation, rather than saying, okay, I'm realizing I'm going to learn the wisdom of Jupiter is showing me something here, that it's more important for me to please myself than to please others. Because when I please myself, I automatically am pleasing others, and some people are going to like what you do and some people aren't. And I have to say that as a Libra myself, with many Libra planets, including Sun and Jupiter together, it's still not an easy lesson to bear. Whenever any of you put dislikes, it does still feel like a bit of a needle going into the heart. But I'm getting over it, and I'm learning to focus much more on those of you who do like my work, and to be so grateful for that. Jupiter again about expanding, being grateful, seeing all the good things that you already have in your relationships, seeing all the good things that are already there in your finances. Even if it's something teeny weeny, that's something that you can grow with and create more. I'm reminded about the energies, and you might notice this, I spent a week with a lovely friend in France recently, and she's a Pisces and I'm Libra, and so it's very much about the energy of, would you like to eat dinner now? Oh, well, yes, that would be nice, but only if you'd like to, and shall we go shopping now? Well, yes, if it's all right with you. Are you sure? So it's very much about stepping round people. And of course, it is lovely to be courteous. It is lovely to consider other people. But when it's something really important, then especially if you've been learning some difficult issues in your relationships, maybe it's time to create a clearer boundary. Venus, ruler of Libra, is in a beautiful aspect, I told you this is a lovely new moon, to Neptune. Venus trine Neptune, this is an opportunity to meet your soulmate, to meet somebody who resonates with you at a tremendously deep level, where you just feel that wonderful connection. With it being in water signs, you're going to feel just intuitively, maybe just drawn to somebody. It's like almost like a magnetic feeling. So really trust your intuition and go with those emotions, because this really could bring somebody very special into your life. Venus too is all about beauty. Seeing the beauty, looking for the beauty. Again, it's what you look for will grow. Jupiter will magnify it for you, definitely, with this new moon. So I'm reminded of a quote by Anne Frank, who said, "I don't think of all the misery around me, but of the beauty that still remains." So even in that war, in that terrible time that she was going through, she was looking for the good things. Generosity of spirit. This is another thing about Sun and Jupiter. What can you do that's generous? Maybe a little over the top. Let's look at some superstars with Sun Jupiter together. Mick Jagger, Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney, Maria Callas, just to give you some examples of that kind of energy that you're dealing with. And it can be very, very fortunate. It's a really wonderful aspect. The one slightly challenging aspect that we are under is a square from Jupiter to Mars. And this may give you the temptation to take on a little bit more than you can chew. So I'm just going to say, make sure you're not overdoing it, not overcommitting yourself, and you should be fine. And the other thing about this Jupiter square to me is really, no matter what you're doing, is to bring the joy into it. I've got a lovely guy I go to in the post office. Well, he's not exactly doing the most exciting job there, but he's always friendly, he's always cracking jokes. And to me, that's a beautiful depiction of Mars in Capricorn working hard, but Jupiter being jovial and finding something funny to communicate and to share with people. Because it really is in the small things in our lives where the difference can be made. It's not those great big things, it's every day those little bits and pieces. And so in true closing, in true feeling of Libra, it's so important that we say the words, I love you, ti amo, te amo, in Greek, agapo, ich liebe dich, je t'aime. Aren't those beautiful words? Aren't those music to your ears? So let's start writing it, let's start sharing it, let's start building on it. I know I'm an ambassador for love on this planet with all this Libra, but here is an opportunity with Jupiter in Libra until October 10th of next year. We are going to see globally more peace talks, more possibilities of people who've been warring coming together and finding peaceable solutions. Let's try doing that personally in our lives, and let's watch it emanate out into our world.